Hey guys, it's Alyssa from AlyssaNalani.com and LiveWellStayFocused.com. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you saw from the title, and as you can see from what I have here in front of me, I'm going to be sharing my 2023 planner lineup. I am going to do my best to keep this as simple and succinct as possible. I don't want to get too chatty and make this video too long, but my goal with this video is to share what I'm using next year and what each book is going to be used for, how they're going to function. I'm not going to do a whole lot of flip through because, well, some of them just don't lend themselves to a lot of flip through, but also I haven't set everything up yet. So there's not a whole heck of a lot to show you. So this is mainly just like what I'm using and how I'm using it. And then any other or any flips and setups that are necessary, I'll do in future videos when things are more further along than they are now. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into this. Now, I will say that this is a little deceptive because these are not all the books that I'm going to be using next year. I have a few off to the side, but I wanted to start off with sort of what I consider to be like the main hub or the central hub of my planning, and then move on to more what I would consider to be auxiliary tools. So that's kind of the order that I'm going to go in, and hopefully everything will make sense. Everything that I can link is linked in the description box. So if you're interested in any of these products, you can find links to them in the description. Also, let's see, I think this is the only one currently at the time of this recording and posting. I do have a flip of this one of Powersheets that I did on launch day, so that is available in the description box as well. And then as I do future flips and setups and things like that, I'll pop them in the description box as they come along. So all of that information is down below. So check there before you ask questions, and then from there, feel free to ask questions. I'll be happy to help as I can. All right, so as you can see, first we have Powersheets, which if you've been following me for a while, this is no surprise to anyone. I use them every year. I have for the past, this will be my fourth year, my fourth set of Powersheets. It's a no-brainer purchase for me. It's an automatic. I love this product. I love this brand. I'm not going to open it and show you because, like I said, I do have a flip of this already. But this is where I'm going to be keeping track of all things goal planning, goal setting, goal planning. I do have my own goal setting process that I do, but I can take that information and even that process and work it into my Powersheets because I just like using this tool. It's really handy to have, and I love the brand, and I just I cannot break away. So yeah, Powersheets for the win. If you're interested, there's a link down below for you to purchase if you haven't gotten a set for 2023. This is the Bluebird cover. Oh, mercy. It's kind of been around my office a little bit here and there, but Bluebird cover. I love it. It's so pretty, and it goes well with some of the other color options that I've chosen. I did try to coordinate some things, so I'm just really happy with this. And I love the fact that they have pared down the prep work. So this is a lot sleeker and slimmer than Powersheets in the past. And they just keep refining this product and their process. And I love it. It's great. So highly recommend if you're looking for something to help you with your goals. Powersheets are an absolute for me, an absolute must for me. All right, next we're going to move into more of like the day-to-day planning. I have three that are sort of my main day-to-day, this is how I function type tools. We're going to start with, I'm kind of going from bigger to smaller here. So this is a day designer. This is their flagship planner in the weekly edition. And just for a second, can we talk about how gorgeous this cover is? This is the romance cover, and I love it so much. I have so much planner love for this. I do have to say planner love. I need to qualify it because I do not love the planner in the same way that I love like my family. We throw that word around a lot. So I have so much planner love for this because it's just so gorgeous. I do have some sticky notes and information and stuff sort of in the front. that I don't want to show, but really quick, let me tell you what this is for. So I needed a place to keep track of content planning. So all things that have to do with my work, really. So this is a content calendar, so YouTube, blog, email, the collective, Instagram, all of the things that I post needs to be scheduled, or I'm sorry, all the things that I post and that need to be scheduled are all going to be planned in this planner. So I have a month on 2 page where I can see everything that's happening with work in one big spread. I picked something that had a nice size spread without being just obnoxiously big. And then on the week on 2 page spread, this is where I'm going to plan out like work projects, excuse me, work projects, different detailed posts. So in other words, like I'll have on here, like a blog post is going to go up on a certain day and whatnot. And then here I'll have like what the blog post is about, any extra stuff that needs to go on that blog post, so on and so forth. So more detailed work. So this is going to focus a lot on forward planning so that I can plan my year out when it comes to work and see how things are going to interact and come together and work together. And I've never done it like this before, and so I'm hoping that as I move forward as an entrepreneur, that I can really just like sink my teeth into this and make this work. I'm really excited. I love the planner itself. It's got lots of space, and I have sort of started playing around with how I want to use the day on 2 pages. You can print these off from the Day Designer website for free, so you can start playing around with it before you start marking in the planner. So I've started to kind of work on that a bit, and I just have really high hopes. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to share in the future because I don't want to share work projects before they happen. But hopefully I can share it in such a way that I can show you how you can do content planning in a calendar, because I'm always looking for that information. And so if I can be that resource for somebody else, I'll try my best to do so. So I'll be working on that and have some kind of flip for you all at some point soon. So that's my Day Designer, flagship, weekly, in romance, all work related. So no like personal agenda stuff will go in there. All right, this is a Simplified. It is also the weekly. I love Simplified. I love Emily Lay's brand, and I could not resist getting a weekly for 2023. I have used a daily in the past. Wasn't for me, so I'm going to the weekly. And I really love that there is a lot of space, even though it is a more compact size than Day Designer. It's even a more compact size than the daily, obviously, because there are fewer pages. And this is going to be like my everyday, like keeping track of what I would consider to be like the mundane and the ordinary and the routine. This is going to This is going to function very heavily as a forward planner. And I'll explain why here in a second. On her website, you can also print sample pages for free. And so I've started to kind of mark and map out how I want to organize information on the week on 2 page spread. And again, I'll be able to show more of this in future videos, but so like day-to-day stuff that I sometimes feel like I reinvent the wheel too much. I'm not explaining this very well. It'll be better when I actually get this set up. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's been a long week. But day-to-day, just like everyday stuff. I'll just leave it there. I'll leave it there. When I have it set up, I'll show you. But lots of forward planning, scheduling, personal stuff, church stuff, all of that kind of thing will happen in here. And that's it. I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to start rambling and trying to explain myself when I don't have a whole lot to show you. And I'm still like developing the system even now. I haven't quite put everything together, but it's a beautiful Simplified. I love it. I love the bluebonnet cover. There is a little bit of coordination as far as, I just have to show this. There's a little bit of coordination going. They don't match, but you can see the blue and the blue and the blue. So I did that on purpose. And it's just so lovely to look at. Okay, so that was my weekly sort of everyday workhorse, if you will. Now we're going to get into the dailies, because I have to have days. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I need months, weeks, and days. And so let me share with you all the options, because for dailies, I have options. For the past, I'm just over here trying to grab some stuff. For the past 2 years, my consistent planner has been Full Focus, like hands down. I think I skipped 1 quarter and didn't like it. Didn't like skipping it and went right back. And so this is a mainstay for me when it comes to my daily planning. And this time I have options. Now, let me just kind of share the thought process with you. So as you can see, I have 3 Full Focus planners in front of me. Let me share what's been going through my head. So here's my Simplified, weekly routines, just all the daily stuff, right? And my first thought was, well, let me just use my Full Focus with my Simplified. Sometimes I'm going to need both of these with me, and this is not terribly bulky to throw in my purse. Other times I'll only need this, other times I'll only need this, right? It just depends on where I'm going and what I'm doing. Then I thought, well, since I have this weekly, I don't necessarily need a week on 2-page spread. A day on 2-page spread like this, because some of this information can go in here, maybe. And so maybe I just need the day on 1 page, right? And I can carry these 2. It's even more compact. Look at that, right? And so these were originally my 2 options, because I wasn't going to go with a coil bound. I wanted the perfect bound, and I wasn't going to go with portfolio, which is much bigger, like for a desk. I was just between these 2. Then Full Focus went and released a new product. It is a beautiful loose leaf planner system. So it's their Full Focus system in a loose leaf ring bound setup. And I was like, oh man. The options have just gotten more complicated in the best way possible. And so technically, I think that this, like my Full Focus doesn't necessarily have to go with me everywhere. And I don't go a lot of places. I work from home, so I'm not out and about a whole heck of a lot. Currently, anyway, that could change next year. But do I want, because this is not compact, but it's also not too terribly bulky. But do I want to go this route and sort of have this be like my workhorse and daily functioning? Or do I want to go with one of these? Anyway, the point of the matter is, I'm going to be using Full Focus next year. I just don't know which one yet. Now, Full Focus is a quarterly planner system, so I have to have I have to have 4 of one of these. The beautiful thing is that I can switch it out. So let's say I start with the pocket for the first quarter, and I decide for second quarter, no, I need to go back to a more full size, and I can go into either the standard or the loose leaf. Like I have those options. And then, or if I start with this, I can go to this or whatever. So I haven't quite decided yet. If you're looking for a really great daily planner, I love Full Focus. Like I said, it's the one that I've been consistent in for the past 2 years. It is a planner that I will stick with for the foreseeable future. I don't ever see dropping this. So, check it out if you haven't. This is currently on back order, and it just released last week. So this is how popular it's been in the Full Focus community. A lot of people want it. So if you want it for next year and you want it in time to start the year out with, at the time of this recording, it's on back order. So you might want to put your order in sooner rather than later. They have just updated their pages. So their pages are all new. These are new pages. These are original pages. They're both great. Like, I can still use the original pages, no problem. They've just updated it and just kind of streamlined some of the process. But anyway, this is the situation that I've got going on here for my dailies. I'll let you know what I choose once I've made the decision. But this is where we're at. So I'm going to put those aside. I'm also going to put my Simplified aside. And now we have my personal rings. And I actually think, how are we on time? 1 second. Oh, we're not doing bad. We're not doing bad on time at all. I think I'm going to save this one for last because this is my favorite. So I'm going to set this aside for now and show you a few more things. Okay. So I have a monthly Simplified, which I had an original purpose for, but I've switched purposes. I'm going to use it for something completely different, and it's very, very simple. This is just months, no weeks, no days. It just has all of the months of the year and then some note pages in the back. And what I'm going to do with this is going to be a project, okay? Because I have a problem that I need to solve, that I need to fix. My problem is that I am terrible at remembering people's birthdays and anniversaries and other special occasions. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this planner to capture all family and friends, birthdays, anniversaries, all of that, capture them in this planner. Okay, so write them all down, and then not convert this, but take all the information that I collect for the year and put it into a perpetual calendar situation. I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. If it's going to be paper, if it's going to be digital, both, not sure. But this is going to be a capture, I was about to say capture the flag, capture the information planner throughout the year, all the important dates and family and friends, so that I can create a perpetual calendar to use on and on and on. Because I'm really bad at it, and I am so tired of the fact that the only reason why I'm aware of certain people's like special days is because Facebook reminds me, and I don't want to live my life by what Facebook reminds me. Like, I just don't, yeah, that's just not cool. So I want to be intentional about greeting people on their special days and sending cards, for crying out loud. And I have said that this is the problem. I have said this in past planner videos, at least one that's coming to mind right now. And 2023 is where it stops. So that's what I'm using this for. If you have this problem too, I highly suggest getting a monthly planner. It doesn't have to be this one, but get a monthly planner. That is, I would suggest getting a paper one that's in your hand, that can be on your desk or on your kitchen counter, wherever you need it to be, so you can go to it really quick, get the information, put it in, and catalog that information, people, because it's important information. People are important. So that's my project for next year, and it's going to happen in this beautiful monthly from Simplified. I love this cover. I could not stay away. It is gorgeous. I love it so much. So anyway, that's what I'm going to use that for. This one's not as exciting, at least to me right now, because it's not in any way put together. This is my Filofax Malden, which I have done videos on in the past. I've actually tried using it as a work planner. That didn't work out. I've tried using it as sort of like my daily situation. That didn't last very long either. So I'm going to try something new. This is going to function as my home reference binder. So no agendas, no schedules, no dailies or calendars or anything like that. Literally just reference information for my home. So home stuff, car stuff, insurance, medical, important information, emergency information, all of that is going to live in here. Everything in here is like old stuff that I need to take out. So I'm not going to open it. But I needed not just like a plastic 3-ring, you know what I mean? I needed something that was like substantial, and I thought, I've got this beautiful Filofax Malden. let's make this something that doesn't really change over time. It's just, this is where all that information lives. Some people put like their recipes and their, doctor's appointments and all of that kind of stuff in something like this. I'm not going to do that. My chore schedule is not necessarily going to go in here. I may have like a list of things that need to happen around the house just for reference, but like, this is just like, hey, do you know where the car insurance, blah, 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 or the number to the, that's in here. I'll probably put like favorite takeout places, like that kind of stuff. So it's not, all over the kitchen or on the refrigerator or whatever, or we don't lose it because that happens. So just reference stuff for my home. That's it. This is going to take me some time because I'm going to take my time with it, and it's a lot of information to gather. And I currently don't have the time to like sit down and spend a day or two on it. Maybe I'll schedule myself some time to do that later, but anyway, big project. That's what this is going to be. When I have it set up, I will show you, and you can see how it turns out. All right, the next two are actually products in my shop. So we have the Reading Life Planner, which I've shown on my channel before. I have updated it, and this time around I've put it together in a way that I've never done before, and that is to put it on coils. And I actually also experimented with putting together covers for myself. So this is chipboard that I bought at Michael's, and I just wrapped it in paper. I do need to take the covers off, deconstruct this, take the covers off, and spray it down with some protectant spray. I think it's Mod Podge that I ordered on Amazon that should be coming in, just to protect it, because this is just bare paper and that's gonna get ruined really fast. But this is the Reading Life Planner available in my shop, and I've got some cover prints and dashboard type prints that are going to be up in my resource library shortly for free. So I just printed off a cover that I made in Canva, another one that I made in Canva. I'm not going to do a full flip because I will do a separate one once I have some spreads and things set up. But I just wanted to show you I've got these printed on vellum. That'll be available. This will be available. What else do I have? I have this one. That will be available. And this one. That's the only one left. So these will be in my resource shop, resource library, and then the planner itself is in my shop. And what I love about this is that you can customize it to however you want it to function, however you want to arrange the pages. There are several pages and lists and things. Mainly what I want to set up are my reading challenges for 2023. I want to put in some like bullet journal style spreads on the dot grid that I included in here, because there's some dot grid in the planner. And so put some spreads in here, and then once I have all of that set up, I'm also probably going to put some dividers in here too. And once I have all that set up, then I will share it in its own video. But if you want a copy of the Reading Life Planner, like I said, the new edition, the new iteration is in my shop. You can get it in half size, half letter size, which is what I like because it's nice and small, or you can get it in full letter size. So if you're interested, link is in the description. And then this is going to look so silly. This is what an uncinched ring looks like, coil looks like. This is the Better Year Project Playbook that is also available in my shop. And this is where creative scrapbooky journaling meets project planning. So I have shared sort of the precursor to this one before. It used to be called the Livewell Stay Focused Project Playbook. It is now called the Better Year Project Playbook to coincide with my Build a Better Year course. And this is just all things project planning. So my intention with this tool is to give you space to have fun with some creative journaling spreads, but also keep track of like the big projects that you have going during the year. So every quarter in this playbook has space for you to plan and play with 3 main projects for the quarter. And so those projects can be as big as or small as you want, obviously, but it just kind of gives you a space to think creatively around some of the big picture or big dream projects that you might be working on throughout the year. So I'm going to do a full flip of this when I have it set up. Obviously, we're still a work in progress. I just printed this off last night and put it on the coil. I need to put some covers on this. I'm really liking the coil over the discs because it's less bulky to me. So I'm going to get another sheet of chipboard, create a little cover for it, put some other stuff in it, and then I'll flip through it for you. But I did want to let you know that it's in my shop. It's a new iteration from the last one that was there, and I'm really excited to play with it in 2023. So if you have any questions, let me know. It is only available in the letter size because I want you to have lots of room to play. So anyway, that's the last, this is the last planner, you guys. Okay, so last planner before this one is what I meant. This is the last planner. Okay, I am really excited about this one. So this is a Moterm. I believe this is a Luxe, but it's a personal. And spot my ollie clip. I'm like the last person in the planner community to get an ollie clip. I've seen them for years in people's planners, and I finally went and got one. I actually got 3. And finally, I feel so official now that I have an ollie clip on my rings. If you know, you know. But anyway, this is a personal Moterm. I believe it's Luxe, like I said. I really like this cover, and I really wanted to use it this year, this upcoming year, rather. I didn't use it much this past year, so I wanted to kind of breathe some new planner life into how it functions, if you will. And so what I decided to do was come up with sort of a reference. This is another reference binder, so no agendas, no like schedules or anything in here. Those are in the other planners that I've already shown. This is more of a reference for stuff that I need on a daily basis. Let me explain. So if you've been on my website, or if you're in the Livewell Stay Focused Collective, you know that I talk about the Livewell 6. And the Livewell 6 is the framework that I use to categorize and organize the different areas of life. And so, as the name suggests, there are 6 areas. And I believe that any goal that you want to set for yourself, any project that you want to work on, can fit into one of these 6 categories. And the categories, as you can see, are as follows. Live well faithfully, live well physically, live well socially, live well environmentally, live well vocationally, and live well avocationally. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you may remember that I'm trying to remember what it was called. I did like a Classy Lady series, and I have to think way back. Part of that series included, I think, like 5 areas of self-care or something like that. I know I did a blog post, and I think I did a video for that as well. Anyway, over time, I've sort of built on that 5 areas of self-care notion, and I've landed in this sort of last iteration, the Livewell 6. And so, like I said, anything that you want to work on can fit in this framework. Any goal that you want to set can fall under one of these categories. And these are the categories. This is the framework that I use to build a better year. You can see that here at the top. And so this is how I approach goal setting. This is how I approach projects. And this is how I approach just organizing my life. And so I wanted a place where I could house the Livewell 6 on paper. Okay, so what I did was I created these little dividers, and these aren't available anywhere, but if enough people are interested, I might throw them in my shop or my resource library, not sure yet. But I created these little dividers for the Livewell 6, and so I have a section for each one. I'm just going to go really quickly and share with you all what each section can house. I'm not going to do a full flip. I'm still working on it, so I'm not going to show like inserts and stuff, but I will share the sections here. And don't look too closely at my dividers because they are all wonky. Like the laminate is all cut wonky. So the little tabs look fairly straight, but like, anyway, if you notice, I just want you to know that I'm absolutely aware of how jacked up these are. Anyway, so we have the first Livewell, which is Live Well Faithfully. And this section is going to house everything that has to do with spiritual growth. The second Live Well is Live Well Physically, so all things that have to do with health and wellness, personal self-care. And then Live Well Socially is going to do or have to do with all things that have to do with relationships and personal etiquette. And then Live Well Environmentally is all about taking care of home and stewarding resources. So like finances, possessions, you know, the things you own, and then your space, like your home, your work environment, that kind of thing. And then we have Live Well Vocationally, which is all about work. So I'll have some work, like basic work information in here. And then Live Well Avocationally is all about rest and recreation and recharging, but also about developing personal skills that you can use to like just enjoy yourself, like if you have hobbies and that kind of thing, but also things that you can do to bless other people and give glory to God. So that's what this section is all about. Like I said, I'll do a more full flip as I put all of this together, but I wanted a space to just have things for reference. So for instance, the way that I see this working is I'll have stuff in each one of those sections and know that like I want to work on each of these sections throughout the year. And so when I'm like going through and planning my week in my Simplified, or I've got my full focus out or something, I can refer to this planner and say, okay, let's take a look at like the Live Well Socially section. If I need to do something with my husband or with friends, or I want to work on a social project of some kind, like hosting a dinner party or whatever. If I want to work on health and wellness, I can go in here and pull like meals, like go-to meals, or like, I don't know, if I'm tracking weight or, you know, things like that. I can use that information and put it in here rather than having like a separate wellness planner or a separate finance planner. Finances would fall under Live Well Environmentally. Rather than having a separate like home planner, like I have my home reference binder, that's different, but like a separate home planner where I'm working on like projects and tasks, I can pull information like go to reference, don't need to reinvent the wheel type information, pull that from here and then put it into my days and weeks. I hope that makes sense. Once I have it all, you know, laid out, I'll show you kind of how that works. But I wanted a place where all of the areas of my life were all together in one place for easy reference, for easy just, you know, use, so I can put that information as needed into my weeks and days throughout the year. So this is my Live Well 6 planner, my Build a Better Year planner, if you will. And Build a Better Year is the name of my goal setting course, shameless plug, my goal setting course that just launched yesterday. If you're interested, you'll find it linked in the description box below. And the whole premise of Build a Better Year is, it didn't used to be this. I've really kind of revamped my whole outlook, but the whole premise of Build a Better Year is now build better goals so that you can give God better glory. Like just be better at giving glory to God with your life. And the framework for building that better year is the Live Well 6. So that's how it all works. And if you're interested in looking at your goals that way, if that's something that you'd be interested in just kind of working into your life, then I invite you to check out the course and maybe even consider putting some kind of Live Well 6 planner situation together. Again, when it's done, I'll show you and you can get some ideas. But that's what I'm working on, and I will share more as it develops more over time. So I hope to have that kind of stuff done before the year is out, sometime in December. And that is it. That is it for the planners. Let me see how we are on time. Okay, so the video is a little bit longer than what I wanted, but since I have them in front of me, I'm going to go ahead and show you two more things. These are not planners, they're journals. But I don't want to do a separate journal video at the moment, so I'm just going to share them with you now. This one right here on the top is no surprise to anybody who's been following me. This is a Val Marie paper prayer journal. I use one every year. To be dead level honest, I don't use this as consistently as what I want, but it is a work in progress. So as my prayer life develops, I've got this great tool to help me develop my prayer ritual. And so I love this journal. I love her shop. I love her mission. Her shop is linked down below if you are interested in getting one for 2023. She's got lots of options to choose from, and I just love the product. And so I have one for every year. And again, if you're looking for a prayer journal, I highly suggest Val Marie paper. Great quality, just very, very lovely. I'm not going to flip through this because I do have a flip from a previous year and it hasn't changed. Or if it has changed, they're very, very minor changes. So it's basically the same journal every year. And yeah, so I have that linked in the description if you want to check it out. But highly recommend. This is my prayer journal for 2023. Now, this next journal, excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of tea really quick. This next journal is actually kind of a last minute purchase. I have been struggling to journal on a regular basis. I like watching journaling videos. I like the thought of journaling. I like seeing beautiful spreads. I like the ritual of journaling, like everything about it I love. And I used to keep a pretty consistent journaling habit. I kept a notebook for years from like adolescence up until my teens. And then I hit an age like in my late teens where I stopped. And it was just kind of life happening. And I think I just had some trouble processing some things and I just stopped writing. And now we're over a decade later. Ouch. I mean, like 15-ish years later. And I never got it back. And so this year, or like now, currently, I was like, I really want to journal in 2023. I need to get myself a new journal for the year. And I didn't want to go the route of buying something that was a little bit pricier because I was like, you know, I haven't been doing this regularly. I'm not going to sink a bunch of money into a fancy journal. So let me go with something that's a little bit less expensive, but also still really nice. So I went to Barnes & Noble. This was like $15.99, which for me is less expensive than like getting a Leuchtturm or Moleskine or Archer & Olive or whatever. And those aren't extravagantly priced. I just wanted something that was just a little cheaper. And I was like, I'm just going to get one and put it aside for 2023. Okay. This one's lined. Okay. And it's by Peter Popper. Bleh. Peter Popper Press. Say that 5 times fast. And the cover is Midnight Floral. And I really loved it. I thought it was a great companion to my romance cover. I mean, they don't match, but just kind of, you know, same idea. And I was like, I'll use it for 2023. It's lined, whereas I typically go for dot grid. But the paper quality is really nice. It's got a ribbon bookmark, and I thought this will be great. I can just kind of ease into journaling with this beautiful book. Then I got it home, and I was like, dang, like I really want to use it now. Like I really want to set it up now. And so I did. What I decided to do was do what I call a pickup to 2023. So for November and December, I thought I would just start journaling. I had the itch, I had the desire, I thought I'd capture it and just run with it. And so I'm only going to show you one spread because I've got some personal things that I haven't blocked off yet, but I'm going to show you one spread. Pickup just is, I'm using it like the musical term. So if you're reading a piece of sheet music and you want to start playing in like measure 24, just to kind of give you that little runway, you might start in measure 22 or something like that. That's the pickup, or measure 23 really would be the pickup to measure 24. Anyway, sorry. Music bug here. Anyway, so this is the pickup to 2023, and I did a little autumn type situation here in the front, and ended up doing this spread, which you guys, I absolutely adore. I have so much journaling love for this. Gotta qualify that. I just went and printed some pictures off from online, from like Pinterest or something, and cut them out. And then I just used what I have in my stash. I have so many stickers and washi and stuff that I just don't use regularly. And I just popped in this beautiful little autumn spread. And it gives me so much joy. And this was on a Friday, I think. It is currently the following Friday, so it's been a week, and I have journaled every single day. I can't show you. Like I said, there's some personal stuff in here, but I have journaled every single day except for today. I haven't journaled yet for today. It typically happens in the evening, and it has been such a joy. And so when I'd love to set up for the new year, but I can't because I don't know how many more pages I'm going to use. I mean, for crying out loud, I may get like halfway through this if I'm journaling every day. I still have all of December left. So I don't know. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen, but I will set up a journal and start doing journaling stuff. I don't know. Like, can you tell? I'm kind of at a loss as to what is going on here. I'm just so surprised. For whatever reason, I don't know what it was. Maybe it's the bigger side. I don't know. But for whatever reason, the journaling bug has bitten. Is it bitten? And I'm now doing it every day. And I'm loving it. And it's simple. Like, not every spread is like this, which is why I can't show you. Because a lot of the writing is just like writing. And maybe I'll slap a sticker on or put like a little strip of washi or something. And that's it. But it's become a practice, and I find myself reaching for this. Like, I want to hold it, I want to open it, I want to write in it. So anyway, if you've been wanting to journal, whether it's like craft journaling or just like writing down and reflecting your thoughts and whatnot, prayer journaling, gratitude journaling, whatever, and it just hasn't been a practice, there's light at the end of the tunnel, my friend. Go grab a beautiful but just not expensive journal. I mean, I recommend Peter Pulper Press. There are different covers. What I'm thinking is that I can just like take a metallic Sharpie and just write the year on the spine, and this will be my journal brand for a while. I don't know. We'll see. But I have so much journal love for this. It's just lovely, and it's great paper quality, and it's a great size. It's big enough, but small enough, you know what I mean? And I'm just in love. I'm in so much journal love right now. So anyway, that's my journal. Once I have a setup for the new year, I'll share it. And then maybe I'll flip through some of these pages too that aren't so personal. Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited. So those are the things, you guys, that I'm going to be using next year. I'm really excited for 2023. We don't know what's going to happen next year. So many things could happen. So many things are going to happen, I'm sure. But I have my tools. I have my resources. I haven't officially set my goals yet. I'm going to go through the Build a Better Year process for myself. And yeah, that'll be fun. And then I'll probably share some of my goals maybe in another video. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys want to see. Do you want to get a peek into my goals? Do you want to see how I use certain things? Let me know, because there's so much I could share, and depending on how personal it is, I'm happy to share as I have time. So thank you for watching this video. It was not as short as I thought it would be, but you know how it goes. If you see anything you like, check out the description box, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And that is it. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.